Well, good morning, everybody. Rise and grind, people. Rise and grind on this Tuesday morning. Yes, Tuesday morning. Just think, people. Tuesday of next week, it'll be a game week. Will it be a game week? Let me check that. I believe technically we'll be gearing up. Let's see here. Let's see. Next week, boom. Not a game week, no. But we're approaching our last preseason game. We get that mini bye before the season. So we got one more preseason game this weekend, and then cut downs, then the rest of the week. Then we roll into the game week. But you get it. You get the point. The point is we're just about done with this preseason. I know what the coaches are going to tell you. Well, we need preseason. Preseason is vital. It is vital for the bottom of the roster. Again, it's not vital. What is vital is that our star wide receiver, Ceedee Lamb, gets into camp. And what is vital is that the team comes out one way or another. Now, they won't. I doubt Dak gets signed before the start of the regular season. But, again, they're waiting for leaves to fall. I don't care which, I would rather have Dak in the fold than not with an escape hatch. That's just me, That way, after 2 years, if we're still dealing with the same failures in the postseason, we could potentially get out of it. Now, it's not a one-player problem, but, again, He's 30 now, okay? So either way, I don't think, barring major injury, I think Dak's going to see another contract. I honestly do. So to me, if I'm Dak Prescott, just get your guarantees. It's not a big deal with the escape hatch, but that's just me. It just gets him to the table that much faster, don't it? So not going to get into the whole Dak thing today. Let other people do the whole Dak Prescott BS. I ain't doing it. Again, at some point, you got to stop worrying about the players coming behind you and just do a deal. No obligation to set the market for players coming up behind you. The greats in this league have never done that. So, but moving right along, Ceedee Lamb needs to get into a training camp. I mean, looking at it, we sit here, like I said, August 20th. So, we got time, right? I wanted him in the building for the 25th, but that's not going to happen. So, I'm thinking he needs to be signed, sealed, delivered. He needs to be signed, sealed, delivered within the next week and a half. That's fair, right? You want him in here by this time next week, maybe a few days after, to ramp up, get some work in, then have a few days before you're actually game planning they'll be game planning right after the preseason, but they, right after Saturday, they're already working on week one game plan. Let's not kid ourselves, but you know what I'm saying. They need to get him in the fold. They just do. I'm going to share a video, people. I haven't watched it, but we're going to listen to our friends at The Speak. Now, my feelings about Shady McCoy. Don't like the man. Just a lot of off-the-field issues around where I live. Not a cool dude. Doesn't do his homework. Is a troll in the highest. I think he was a really good football player. So that being said, I have nothing against his football. It's just his post-football career. He's just a troll going to Dallas training camp saying that Tony Pollard looked good. He was there for an hour and a half, I believe. That's what I was told. Shady visited Dallas for an hour and a half. Said Tony Pollard was the best player in the field, that Dak was ass. Here, Dak he didn't see Dak throw, and Tony Pollard was at the hospital with his wife giving birth to one of their children. So he's full of crap, people. But again, we got to listen and deal with some of what they think, and I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see what Dave Hellman has to say regarding the Ceedee Lamb Venom costume. Let's listen in a little bit, just a little bit. Now, I get into an argument all the time with people who always like to say, "Oh, well, it was like it wouldn't have happened back in the day." They didn't have social media. There wasn't cell phones back in the day, people. We didn't have cell phones back in the day. I'm talking back in the day. There wasn't nearly half the amount of media. Everybody's got a cell phone, people. You do something in an airport these days, it's gonna be on camera. So, just the way it is. So let's listen. Here's the difference, though. CeeDee Lamb has leverage, but not the ultimate leverage. He doesn't have Dak Prescott leverage. Dallas could franchise CD. You do understand that, right? We have CD's rights. CD's not a free agent, right? CD was a first-round draft pick. This is what year is this for CeeDee Lamb? Let me look, because let's see here. Okay, first round of the drafted by the Cowboys in the first round of the 2020. Figure 2020, 2021, 2020. He's entering his fourth year, right? No, he's on his fifth year option. He's on his fifth year option. So he ain't gonna lose game checks. The Dallas don't have to sign him for this year. He'll be disgruntled and unhappy, but it's to his advantage to ball out. And then Dallas could franchise him next year, and then the following year if possible, which they won't. So again, he don't have Dak Prescott leverage. So as much as I want CD here, I just want to clear the air there. Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, get the deal done now. Ex-player. Keep in mind, ex-wide receiver for Green Bay, James Jones. Dallas controls his butt for at least 2 more years. He ain't losing game check. So, again, just know where James Jones is coming from. The only true people on there who hasn't played the game would be David Hellman. You got Hader McCoy on the left. You got Acho, who was a scrub at best in the NFL, but, that's great. And he's all over the map, negative and positive. He follows the heartbeat of the view, the views. What can I say? And now you got James Jones. Obviously, he's going to have the players back, which I do to a certain extent. But the whole Justin Jefferson $110 million guarantee is what ticks me off. But anyway, let's go. Hold up, James Jones. Trent Williams, they haven't even talked to. Their Pro Bowl left tackle, bro. I don't see you doing videos every day about Trent Williams. Brandon Ayuk has requested a trade. He ain't coming back to the Niners, and if he does, it's not going to be on the contract that he wants. Why? Because they got to still pay, with all due respect to Brandon Ayuk. Trent Williams is the key to that team. If Trent Williams ain't there game 1, they're in a world of hurt. I already predict that the Niners are going to fall off. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. They're not going to be the same squad. Why? Because you lost in the Super Bowl. You can't hide from it, just like Dallas. Dallas, unfortunately, until it happens again, the trend is the same team don't win the division twice, which I'm totally fine with. Okay? I'm fine with it. Keep crapping on us because we're talented. We just got to put it together when it counts. But James Jones, Trent Williams, 49ers, out. There's no timetable for his return. Brandon Ayuk wants out. He's going to be a Steeler. And if he comes back to the Niners, he's not going to be happy because you're going to have to take less. Ayuk, get what's yours, especially when the team is throwing $5 million to their running back for no good reason, to make him feel warm and fuzzy inside. Now he's laid up with a calf injury. Again, Maybe if you didn't invest into Christian McCaffrey, who I love, who I had on my fantasy, who took me to fantasy silver last year, not gold, because I was runner up. But keep it real, James Jones. Trent Williams is the key. You know? CeeDee Lamb could ball out this year, but if Tyler Guyton doesn't get the job done, it ain't going to mean much. It's what happens up front, but I'll let you finish. Paid. Do you know the nuances of the contract? I outlined it yesterday. Number one, $140 million over 4 years. Number one. But that's not the issue. $140 million over 4 years for Justin Jefferson. But the important number is $110 million guaranteed over 4. He's the number one highest paid receiver. $110 million guaranteed over 4 years. That's all that you really need to worry about. Number 2 is A.J. Brown at 87.2 or 5 over 4 years. So the difference between $87 million, okay, that A.J. Brown got on a team with Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, and A.J. Brown. That's 4 mega deals on offense. Not counting Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, Dallas Goedert. So, again, keep it in perspective, people on the panel. Dallas is not happy with the Minnesota Vikings contract because Minnesota has nobody on their team. I'm sorry, Vikings. Your team ain't going to be very good this year. So you threw $110 million guaranteed. Now, I ask you, is Justin Jefferson $16 million a year more than A.J. Brown? A.J. Brown got 87 or 84. 84. Sorry, excuse me. $84 million guaranteed. And Justin Jefferson got roughly $110 million. So that's $16 million in guaranteed money between A.J. Brown and Justin Jefferson. That is where the difference lies. Has nothing to do with the final number. The difference lies there between A.J. Brown and Justin Jefferson. Now, if I'm Jerry Jones, Mark Holmes, pay attention, buddy. I'm saying, okay, do you want to go play for a team like the Vikings, who you're the only guy on the team who's making big money? We can give you they can give you the $110 million guaranteed over 4. Or you play with the big boys with a star on your helmet and compete with teams like the Eagles, who are putting together a dynasty on offense as far as talent's concerned, and you fall in around 84. If I find out that Dallas offered more than 84 in a contract over 4 years guaranteed, and Ceedee turned it down, then it's Ceedee's agent that everybody needs to be mad about. It's Ceedee and his Venom, a costume that they need to be mad about. You have to make a decision as a player. You can't have your cake and eat it. You can, but you'll be playing with teams like Minnesota, like New England, like Carolina. Sorry, I don't think Carolina's going to be very good this year. So you got to make a decision, Ceedee. It's all negotiation. You ain't going anywhere for 2 years. So everybody needs to chill, but I just want to lay it out. And then Mark keeps saying Dallas is cheap, Dallas is cheap. Again, you're making a decision. So if you're going to have the side of the player here, which normally, Mark, you are on the side of Catboy. You thought he did a wonderful job last year. When I told you then, he should have been working on deals for this year already. And now we're hearing, none of the players would have signed the deal. Well, then why are we complaining about Catboy then? We should just say how great of a job he's doing. That's BS. You get contracts done early. That's where the problem lies. Do you want to go play for New England Patriots? Go make your $110 million guaranteed. You're still unbelievably wealthy, still going to come to the table again. Just ask A.J. Brown. You think A.J. Brown is happy to be in Philly? Absolutely. Is Ceedee Lamb that much better than A.J. Brown? I would say no. As an outside receiver, A.J. might be better than Ceedee. Only as an outside receiver. The Y receiver. The X. Ceedee made his money in the slot, not going up against safeties. That's false. You go up against a nickel corner or a real good corner that can travel. Sorry, I got off on a tangent. Let's listen more. All right.
Enough. Enough.
Enough of all that. Listen. I've laid it out for you. That's what the issue is. It's about the guaranteed money. He's going to want that headline that says he's making probably $34 million a year, just a notch below. Or maybe he wants the $35 million. If you average $35 million times 4, that's $140. You can give him the Justin Jefferson deal, but you need to give him less guarantee. Why? Because you're on a different team than Justin Jefferson. You know, if you want to go play for New England, let us know. See if you can get that $110 million guaranteed. But if you want to play with the big boys, the teams who want to win and be able to put talent around you, like an A.J. Brown, then negotiate your deal and get it as high as you can and sign it. I'm just giving you a little advice. It's not like this is your last contract. You were a first-round pick. This is a big contract. You will get another big contract if you stay in Dallas. You ain't going nowhere. We own you for at least 2 more years. So sign the deal. It's not like Dak. You know, that's different. Everybody forgets that Justin Jefferson did what he did over a 4-year period. I was at the game where Ceedee Lamb dropped a touchdown, walking into the end zone and got ridiculed, lambasted on national media. Ever since that game, he flipped the switch. In the last year and 3 quarters, he's been balling out with some of the best receivers in football. Justin Jefferson's been putting up numbers for 4 years. And what did they do to show Justin Jefferson his appreciation? Is let go of everybody and give him the money. Okay. You think Justin Jefferson's going to be happy this year? Well, good luck. But all right, everybody, I want to cut this video short now. I will have a lunchtime chat at some point later today. Just always, remember. Late.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Kind of hot in these rhinos.